day we create 2.5 quintillion bytes of data, and I don't think I've ever said quintillion out loud, but there you have it. 90% of the data in the world has been created in the last 2 years alone. So we're creating lots and lots
Businesses
of data.
often, when they're talking about trade secrets, they think about maybe there's something that is patentable, but they may not want to patent it because they may want to keep it secret. They may not want their competitors to know about it. So they want to then avail themselves of trade secret protection.
My panelists, my co-panelists talked a lot about what, AI can do and how the things that it's capable of. I think the real question is what AI should be doing, right? What are the uses of AI in an ethical way or a principled approach? And is it going to be biased?
Walking into a retail store, a lot of the sensors there will pick up through Wi-Fi ping technology, your media access control number associated with your device. They will then hash that out with an alphanumeric number that's just basically a persistent identifier, and then that gets linked with your browser, whatever browser that you're using, so that they can be able to just track the user for a bunch of different purposes. Some of them Liddell talked about, for great purposes like health tech, other times for marketing purposes. So we'll jump into all that.
Of the data as well as the data, there are data and they have to be open. So every corner, every walk in modern life can benefit from AI's magic power.
A lot of people ask, is it even possible to have an open data regime? Is it easy to share? How do I handle security issues? How do I handle privacy? Some of these issues were touched on today, but what we can talk about is a framework in which the intellectual property group at Microsoft is looking at how you share data easily across organizations or institutions.
The way the law is written, the way the Fourth Amendment is written, it does not protect your privacy. It protects your right to enjoy your personal property and real property. That is a totally different issue. There's questions we have to ask, and we have to reset our thinking. We have to start making some hard decisions. That's why every one of you has to show up, not just as in traditional roles we've seen. When I was coming out of school, it was litigation or it was sports law. We need you thinking about these issues across whatever you get into. Go into government, this is crucially important, is to focus on policy and not merely the effects of technology. So when I see people struggling with the issues of data, I don't stop at Facebook. I don't stop at email, because I can tell you right now, if you think you have free choice in what you're buying, that's a really great question we can talk about, and you might be surprised.
The reason that we're able to even have the advent of IoT in the way that we have it right now is due to the power of the cloud, being able to take in large amounts of data into one place, calculate that data, and Intelligent Edge is actually pushing that data back onto the devices. So you can imagine clothing that might have sensors in it that actually pings you if you're not lifting high enough. That is the Intelligent Edge.
The only thing you need to do is hit Find Nearby On. This wonderful person here was the first to tell me that she got on there. Your name's Tanya, and you're senior in-house counsel, correct? This has saved me from multiple embarrassments where I've seen the same person over and over again and not known their name, correct? Vicky and I, we know each other now, and we're solid for life.
And there's a Japanese concept where it says, how do you get what your passion is, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for. And look at that intersection, and if you can find that, that's...
But don't know if anyone here actually follows basketball, but there's been a trend, there we go, there's been a trend shifting towards, more three-point shots, for example. But basically, that's because you have data scientists behind the scenes who have realized that it's more efficient from a scoring perspective for you to take more shots from behind the three-point line, and you get bigger bang for your buck. A lot of that is driven by data insights. So there are also a number of NBA teams that have partnered with data analytics providers to sort of track every movement of their players on the court to determine like which players are better at which shot, which plays to run in a certain time.
But I want to leave you with 3 things to think about. Be excellent. Be excellent. Be intellectually curious and be ready. And all the other things will take care of itself.
I am pleased to announce that this award goes to Adane Washington.
Woo! Destiny, come on down.
Kevin Britton, Jordan Struble, and Jazz Williams.
Malik Baker, Idia Igunwan, Kayla James, Lawrence Hudson, and Anthony Williams. Morgan Sills, Elizabeth Rice, Derek Bridges, Jarrett Thompson.